Hi, everyone. I'm Margot Robbie.
And I'm Allison Janney.
Welcome to the Graham Norton Show.
To you all. Now, I hope you all had a happy Valentine's Day, did you? Oh, I did, thanks for asking. Yes, I was woken up in the morning by my loved one holding a red rose and desperate to hump me. True story. Hasn't it been chilly? I say it's been chilly. It's been cold, hasn't it? Cold. Yes. Tell you, it's been colder than a Sex and the City reunion. That's chilly. But perfect weather for the Winter Olympics. Have you all been watching? Yes. Me neither. Now, there have been dangerously high winds at this year's Olympics, and as we learned recently, even the lightest of winds can cause devastation. Yeah. Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll have music from Latin pop sensation Camila Cabello! He's Oscar-nominated for his role in the critically acclaimed Get Out, and now he's starring in Marvel's latest mega hit, Black Panther. Please welcome Kaluuya! Yay! Hello, sir. You're very welcome. Really good to see you. Kaluuya! This Swedish actress won an Oscar for her role in The Danish Girl, and now she's kicking ass as Lara Croft in the brand new Tomb Raider. It's Alicia Vikander! She shot the fame as CJ in The West Wing. Now she's earned her first Oscar nomination for her standout performance in I, Tonya. It's a pleasure to welcome Allison Janney! Woo! Careful. Careful. You're like a gift. You're like a gift. The minutes are down. Also Oscar nominated for a starring role in I, Tonya, this Aussie actress is fast becoming one of the biggest players in Hollywood. It's Margot Robbie! Woo! Hello, everybody. I tell you, this is a weekend and a half. It's BAFTAs, of course, this weekend. And are you all going to the BAFTAs?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Okay. It's awkward. No, but we've got to celebrate this so far, because it is extraordinary. So Margot and Allison, both BAFTA and Oscar nominated for I, Tonya. A round of applause, I think, yes. And Margot, you're kind of wearing two hats, because you produced this movie as well.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
And obviously, it's a skating movie. There is a lot of ice skating in it. So do you do... I mean, how much of it do you do?
I was so impressed.
all of it.
All of it.
You did all of it? How much? I mean, you must have...
I am competing at the Winter Olympics this year. No, anything really impressive was not me. Everything else was me. So
You must have done it since you were...
No, I grew up in Australia. It's like there's no ice on the Gold Coast.
And Allison, there you are. You've got armfuls of Emmys when you played CJ in The West Wing.
Yeah.
Because everyone loves The West Wing. But this is weird. I didn't know that people somehow got confused. They thought that CJ was real.
They wanted so much of that show to be real. I mean, we would go on trips from LA to do exteriors in Washington. We'd go through the airport and people would refer to Martin Sheen as Mr. President, and he was happy to, you know, he would be doing this. And he loved being called Mr. President. And I think people... CJ is such a great, just an iconic female role in television, this incredibly smart woman in operating, you know, at her best in a male-dominated arena. And I got offers for jobs in Washington at a news station and somewhere as a political pundit. Like, so I was like, "Are you aware that I'm an actress and this is just I play CJ on TV, but I cannot, you know, I'm not going to run for office. I can't be a pundit. I can't." But it was extraordinary to me, and it also made me very shy about meeting people because I'm so not CJ. Of all the characters I've ever played, I would most like to be like, you know, CJ.
Well, good luck this weekend with the BAFTAs and good luck at the Oscars.
Thank you.
Now, Alicia Vikander, there's a sort of smug glow around Alicia because she's won an Oscar. The others are just hopefuls thus far. Alicia's got
I still
one.
don't believe it, really. Though. Yeah.
No, because for the Danish girl, but have you actually been united with the Oscar yet?
There's been a question that has been returning. No, I haven't. I only had one night with Oscar, and then I had to go back to work. I left LA, and I said to my friend, I was like, I think it's too heavy. I can't carry it on in hand luggage. So her daughter...
Now, can I just say, I want a bigger level of gratitude than that. It's too heavy. I'm not taking it home.
No, it's just because I've been on the move for quite a few years.
I mean, a lot of shoes in my bag. So where is he? He's just in a friend's house.
I get updates from my friend's daughter because she has Oscar in her room. So sometimes I get a little photo of what Oscar's up to. And, yeah.
Not a lot, I imagine. Daniel Kaluuya, what an amazing year you've had. Because this time last year, you know, this was not going to be the year that was coming. This is amazing.
No, I was just chilling out. I was chilling, and then this film came out. I was doing this indie horror, and then, you know, it's been life-changing.
Yeah.
A lot's happened.
No, I'm so happy with you. So, Oscar nominated for Best Actor, but also the BAFTAs this weekend. Come on, you've got to get something. You're nominated for Best Actor and Rising Star. That would be too cruel to give you nothing.
I mean, it happened to Craig David with the Brits. Do you remember when Craig David he got nominated for 6 Brits and he didn't come with nothing? So if he can go away with, like, he had 6, so there's 2 in it. So I'll be like, following Craig.
That's a good attitude to have. Craig David came back.
He came back.
It took about 20 years, but he came back.
So that's the plan. Like 20 years later, I go, yo, you got to give me something, man.
But you've had some practice now with the big celebrity, because obviously the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
So who did you meet at the Golden Globes?
How long you got, man? It's just like, so many.
Did you meet these guys at the Golden Globes?
No. I met her before these awards, Governors Awards, and she was really cool, and we just spoke about stuff. It was really nice. Yeah. And then, but I met Oprah.
Good story.
It was he was really nice. She was a nice person. It's cool. That's like
I couldn't believe he was English because his accent was so flawless in Get Out, and I was like, oh my God. And anytime I meet anyone who's English, I'm just immediately like, I love London. I miss it. Do you live there?
Oh,
yeah.
So you talk about London. Yeah, yeah.
We talk about London.
We should talk about London. And then, no, I met. That's what happened, yeah. I met Denzel. I met Denzel and Oprah at the same time. It was just this segue. It was just this I don't know, like African-American excellent segue or black I don't know what happened. It's like Denzel came up to me and was like, he came to me in English accent. He was like, yeah, mate, yeah, cheers, mate, cheers, mate, cheers, mate. And I'm like, well, what's happening? How do you know who I am? And he was like, and then he went to his wife like, he thinks I don't know who he is. And then he goes, come meet Oprah. And then I was like, all right, cool, we're gonna meet Oprah, let's meet O. And then I just, I hugged her. I hugged her so tightly. She felt so good, man. Still a bit choked. Like, she felt good.
Apparently she smells she has an amazing smell.
She smells amazing, Graham. Like, I swear, like, Oprah is just premium.
Can the rest of the couch... you must have all met Oprah. Does she smell amazing?
I've never met Oprah, but when I do, I'm going to hug her for sure. I smell her
at the Golden Globes, but she was too far away.
You got to inhale deeply. Inhale deeply.
Sniffing near Oprah.
Now I know why there was suddenly such a nice smell in the room.
No, she was really cool. It was really surreal.
Now, the film about Tonya Harding, I, Tonya, it opens here next Friday. I suppose, Margot, you're the best person to tell us the story in a way, because when you read the script, you didn't know it was a true story.
No, I didn't. And I think probably anyone born after 1990 might not know who any of these people are, because I didn't. And I got the whole way through the script thinking this is obviously not really based on true events because it's so absurd. And then I, went on the internet and I was like, oh my God, this all happened in precise detail that our writer kind of captured, right down to the moments like Allison's character wearing a fur coat with a bird on her shoulder, doing an interview. Like, that actually happened. You can look it up on YouTube. There was a lot to go off, thankfully, for us.
And the central story is about her and her rival, Nancy Kerrigan.
Well, that's the story the world kind of knew, but the film explores what her life really was like, and the main relationships in her life were with her husband, Jeff Kaluuya, and with her mum, Lavana, and they're the ones we focus on. Of course, the Nancy Kerrigan incident comes into the film later in the film, but you really start off and you see how she grew up and what those really messed up relationships were like and how it affected the person she became.
And I guess there's lots of footage of Tonya, both on the ice and off the ice. She was an ice skater, but not so much of the mom. So how do you go about that? Do you care about accuracy if you don't have to?
Well, exactly. It was kind of liberating not to. I would have felt a little intimidated if I'd had to have met the real woman, and I was kind of freed of that responsibility. So I looked at all the existing footage. There were a couple of documentaries, and I just watched them over and over and over again, and then listened to the incredible stories that Tonya, my friend Stephen Rogers, who wrote it, he interviewed both Tonya and Jeff Kaluuya, her husband, and they disagreed on absolutely everything except for Lavana, who she was and how she acted and how she treated Tonya. So I had those stories, and then I got to make her up myself, you know? I got to create her.
But this is, you know, you see this in the film, and you kind of think, oh, that can't be what she looked like. But then you see the bit of footage at the end, and that's...
Oh, yeah. Well, I said when I read the script, I was like, Stephen, how the hell, why? I mean, this wig and the fur coat and the bird and the alcohol, why, how did you think of this, you know, specific look? And he said, oh, wait, let me just send you a little documentary. And then I looked, and that's what this lady wore. That's what she chose.
Because in this country, would you think Deirdre Barlow? Anyone else?
Well, I'll tell you something. The thing in the breathing tube, that was my idea at the last minute, because the bird handler said, you can't smoke around the bird, and my character smoked in every scene in this movie. And then we had to shoot this direct address that I do, and the bird handler said no, and Craig Gillespie, our director, said, well, she has to smoke. She smoked in every scene. And then I asked the prop department if they had one of those. I thought, well, she must have emphysema if she smoked her whole life. So they did. They had the breathing tube and a can of oxygen you see is just on the couch next to me during that scene. But it was, and then the bird became fascinated with the breathing tube, and he kept pecking at it the entire time I was doing the scene. And I tried to just not let it bother me, because we only had, you know, 2 hours to shoot that scene, and I was not going to let that bird stop me from telling my story. It was
But this mother, I mean, she is a monster, but it sort of comes from a good place, or a...
Well, yeah, I mean, in her mind, yeah, she's
results.
yeah, the ends justify the means. In her mind, she wants her daughter to have this opportunity to be this incredible skater. She knows her daughter has undeniable talent, and she wants her to succeed and have the things in life that come along with the talent that she has. And she was, you know, in every way, she was crossed by either the figure skating community not embracing her, or saying she needed a fur coat, and they didn't have money to buy a fur coat. They didn't have money to, so she was very frustrated, and she knew that her daughter was motivated by being ashamed or being needled by saying, you can't do it, you suck, you're terrible, and then it would motivate her to go out and do the skate better. And so, yeah, she's not going to win Mother of the Year, but I think her heart was in the right place.
Listen, because Daniel, your mom's quite into the tough love, isn't she?
She's a beast, man. She's amazing love and care, but she don't care. She don't play. You know, it's the reason why. She's just like, I remember there was a time, I did my first play at the Royal Court, and then like it was press night, so I was like, oh, Mum, this is the casting director. This is the woman who basically the reason why she got in a room, and this, that, and the other. And she was like, when are you going to give him another job? I'm thinking, this woman's going to ruin my career right now. So you get this in Sloane Square, like... And she was just like, yeah... and the customer was like, whoa. She goes, when are you going to give him another job? He's not going uni. He's not going uni. He's ruining his life. You have to give him a job. You've made him not go uni. You have to give him another one. When? And she was like, oh, there's some stuff coming up. She was answering as well. She don't play. And then, like, I took her to Get Out premiere, and then, like, we was in the car, I was chilling, everyone was, oh, it's good for me. And then, like, and I was like, oh, yeah, Mum, what do you think about my American accent? She was like, nearly there. She's raw.
No, but But this is the woman you're bringing to the Oscars with you.
Yeah, I have to, man.
That could go horribly wrong, I feel.
But that's the fun bit. That's what could happen. I wanted to meet random people. She met Snoop Dogg the other day. It was amazing. She told me off all my life for playing Snoop Dogg out loud, yeah? And then when she met him, she started giggling. So I was like, look at you. Look at you. Yeah, I took a picture. It's amazing.
I want to meet your mum at the Oscars.
Please.
I'm going to come say hi.
She's going to be fun.
Oh, actually, it's so funny. You're all going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, we reckon I'll hang out again.
We'll be at home watching, but no. Now, here's the thing. Alicia, your mother was an actress.
Yeah.
But
she is.
Well, is. But she was not a pushy mother. She was sort of the opposite.
Yeah, I think, you know, anyone who's been in the industry know how tough it is. So she was more like, are you really? Like, really, really, really sure? You know, when I started, I danced for many years, and I think she had seen me being on that route for quite a long time. But, you know, it's her biggest passion. So I just saw her do what she did, and
But didn't she try to stop you going to auditions?
Yeah, no, I mean, when I was actually my first audition, I was probably 6 or 7, and I had been at the theatre that had this poster up that they were auditioning for young kids for this musical, and I wanted to go, and she said no. And that was it. And then I had to have a fit and scream and lock myself into my room for some time. And then finally she agreed for me to begin my career.
And did you get the part?
I did.
Oh, good screaming child. Yeah. Now, talking of difficult children, Margot, I don't know if you were a terrible child, but do you know the story I'm talking about where, like, you do not win any awards for being a good daughter?
There are many stories where I don't win awards. I was not a great daughter. I am forever in my mum's debt because I was such a brat. I feel really bad about it.
Tell us the story about when you were on your computer and she wanted your help.
Oh, yes. Yes. OK, so I was on MSN, obviously the most important thing at the time.
Got us in the details.
And we lived out, like, you know, out in the sticks, and often snakes would get into the house, and you know, it wasn't a big deal, but you just have to, like, chase them around and get it out, and it's kind of time-consuming and annoying. And so my mum yelled out, and she was like, can you come help me? This snake's really big, like, I can't get it on my own. Can you come help me? And I was like, I'm so busy, Mum. No, I can't. Like, just being a brat, because I was on MSN. And she was like, oh, OK, you should please. And I was like, be gone. And, and then she was gone for, like, 10 minutes. And I was like, oh. She's been gone for ages. And then I like, got up from the computer. I could hear, like, this, and I was like, oh, God, what's happening? And I see Mum, she's, like, made it halfway down the stairs, and the snake, she'd tried to, like, pick this big python up with a broom and a stick, but it had wound its way up around her arm and was going around her neck. Like, trying to
I love Australia, but I would never be able to live
No, I know, I'm painting a bad picture. It's really not bad, but... and it wasn't poisonous. It wasn't poisonous steak, but they do strangle you. And, yeah. And I felt so bad.
And get it off her.
You just got to give it something else to climb on. So you get a stick or something, it starts weaving its way around that, and then you can transfer its weight and
good to know.
Get it off.
Yeah, that is top tip, though.
You grab it behind its head. You grab it behind its jaw.
Oh, they hate that. They hate
well, you just don't want it to bite you.
But was your mother okay?
Yeah, she was fine. But I felt bad, and I tried not to be such a brat. When Mum asked for help in future, I kind of did it.
A lesson learned.
A lesson learned.
Very good. Right, let's move on to Alicia's film tonight. Tomb Raider. It opens Thursday, March the 15th. And you are the new Lara Croft. And obviously, not like Tonya Harding, you're not a real person, but people have such a clear vision of who this woman is. You must feel a kind of similar pressure.
Yeah, my breasts are not as pointy as the first one. No, I mean, yeah, she's been with us for, like, what is it, 22 years? And I actually...
I'm, like, a huge fan of Tomb Raider. Like,
because
I'm so excited.
I was, you know, we grew up with MSN things. I also grew up in a time where there was none of my girlfriends who played video games, and I kind of kept it, you know, I was kind of ashamed of doing it. But I was at my parents' friend's house, and their kids had a PlayStation, and I went there, and I remember I walked into the room and saw it was a female protagonist in a video game, and I had never seen that. And yeah, I was a bit too scared to play the whole game when I was about 10, so I mostly spent the time kind of doing the tricks and her learning her moves and the manner. But no, I was a big fan when I was a kid.
Daniel, are you a big gamer? Do you play a lot of games?
No, because it ruins my life. it just ruins my... I've got things to do, man. I got
That's such a good answer. I kind of realised that now when I did it, because I did play the games before I did the film, and I was like, wow, I had way too much time when I was a child.
How long did you have to train for that? Like,
So I did about 4 months before I started to shoot when I got into...
Your arms are, like, ripped.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It takes, I'm not kidding, 4 months for me. I'd never lifted a thing with my arms. I did ballet.
Not even an Oscar.
That's why you need 2 hands.
I can't bring that home.
So it takes about 4 months to... You know, I remember that my trainer told me, he was like, they're really underdeveloped. I remember that. I was like, oh, really? Okay, and then, but then 4 months later, you know, he managed. I told him, I don't believe you. But, yeah.
You have to do it, because it is non-stop,
So it takes 4 months,
Oh
but then it takes 3 weeks for you to lose it all.
Yeah.
That is the sad bit.
Wow.
3 weeks to lose, 3 weeks to just go out of shape like that?
I thought I was going to stick
fair.
like this.
Get muscle and
yeah.
it all to lose it.
Crazy.
So unfair.
Fair.
Terrible. And now, because you're Swedish, how does that work? Because obviously you're married to an Irishman now. So are you learning Irish? Are you learning Irish phrases? Is he learning...
Irish is actually quite close. A lot of people think that I'm Irish because in Sweden, I guess, we have the same R's. So,
yeah.
So it's a bit of a connection there.
And is he learning Swedish phrases?
I wish it was better. No, but actually, one thing that he likes is he came to Sweden and he learned that it's a lot of we have a lot of Swedish sayings that are very commonly used, and it's one of those things when it's my own language I didn't really think about how weird they are, but he learned about them and he was like, I'm just now going to use those, and it's like saying in Swedish, well, now you're taking a poop in the blue cabinet. Yeah. That's like a very common thing, or like, yeah, you can't just expect yourself, you know, to walk in here like sliding in on a shrimp sandwich. I actually saw like politicians when I was back home now in Sweden use that in a debate. In Swedish, I was like, yeah, that's how. Yeah.
You can't come in here and slide on a shrimp sandwich.
Yeah, because shrimp is very
so
like flashy, and you know, in a socialist country, having a shrimp sandwich is very fancy. So it's like you can't just have your privileges and walk in, slide in here on a shrimp sandwich.
We have an Australian one. We're not here to spiders.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Let's get on with it. It'd be difficult to try a spider. And...
It sounds like in Australia you could find a spider. Now, Daniel's new film is the latest hit from Marvel, Black Panther. It's out now, and I mean, this film is doing such amazing business. It's sort of beating everything before it, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have a theory. Is that I think there's some artists that said, don't pirate it. They always said, don't pirate it, so loads of people are just not pirating it. And they go into the cinema to watch it. And also, it's an experience. Yeah. It's something to watch with people.
Yeah.
Because it's quite wild.
Yeah. But also, I mean, without doubt, it's the best reviewed Marvel film of all time. I mean, these reviews are crazy.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
OK, so tell us about the story and who you play in the story.
The story's about T'Challa, who's the Black Panther, whose dad dies in a previous Marvel film, and he has to take over the throne because the dad was the king of Wakanda. He's taken over the throne, and he has to be the king with these powers and has the responsibility. But there's new enemies that are coming in. But Wakanda is this place, and I play Wakabi, who's the leader of the border tribe that protects the border because nobody is allowed to be in Wakanda, so it keeps its resources within Africa. So it's a fictional African country that keeps its resources, so it's like one of the richest countries in the world. But in order to do that, it needs to be protected, and no one knows about it outside of Wakanda, and we have to keep that secret.
With superhero movies come those costumes. You get the superhero costumes, so you must have been very excited to think, what's my costume?
Yeah, and then I had to wear it. Because I had to do these armor. I look like an African Jedi, so I had to do these armor and all this stuff, and it was like, and then I had to have a blanket. A flipping blanket, man. Like, because we shot it in Atlanta, and so it was so hot. It was just so hot. But that's really cool because I'm in a superhero movie. So we're like, oh yeah. But like just sweat. My makeup is going all over my eyes, and I'm just like blinking like this. So it wasn't a sexy moment for me. I'll tell you that.
And, now, a lot of the reviews are talking about how this film is kind of a game changer. I mean, was there a sense amongst the cast and the crew that you were doing something kind of important when you were making this film?
Yeah, because it's an African superhero movie. I've never seen that in my life. I felt that on set. We had this waterfall scene, and it's basically T'Challa's getting it's the coronation. And then everyone starts singing, like hundreds of extras start singing and drumming, and I just got chills. I was just like, I've never... Like, my inner child was like, oh, my God, if I saw this as a kid, I wouldn't feel such like a weirdo. Or like, you feel weird when you grow up because there's nothing that looks like you on TV. And this is like 90% of the cast have an African accent, including Andy Serkis. It's like everyone's like, you know, it's like... It's just this kind of like... When I first watched it, my inner child was so happy that this exists, you know?
Yeah, I think the reaction of people is going to be amazing. I mean, this movie will have such a life. It's going to be, congratulations on it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks,
seriously, yeah. Now, talking on game-changing things, Daniel, we must mention your last movie, for which you are Oscar-nominated, Get Out. Yes, look at you clapping. Because how many times have you seen this film?
I've seen it 3 times.
You've seen it 3 times?
So hot. 2 times.
I love it so much. And one of my West Wing, Brad Whitford,
Bradley, I just saw him in a picture. I was just going to say, Bradley Whitford, I love that guy, man.
I love him, and Catherine Keener are all, and Jordan Peele. I love all, they're all amazing. It's a great movie.
Yeah, because I have to say, I avoided watching because I thought it was going to be like a proper horror. I thought it was going to be like... Because the poster made me think it was like Saw or something. But it's so funny and great frights. It's brilliant. But because you were filming Black Panther, were you aware of how big the movie was getting?
No, I kind of ignore things. I kind of like pretend things are not happening. But it came out on my birthday. It came out on my birthday, and then I was out. My girl was there. We was in Atlanta. And I was like, oh, we got to watch it, innit? We got to watch it. We went to the hood in Atlanta. Like, we wanted to go right to the heart of it. Because Jordan really had, like, people, like, African-American black audiences in mind when he wrote this. And then we were just sitting there, like, I snuck in. Like, I just put my hat low, snuck in. And I was just sitting there at the back, and then the reactions were just crazy. There's a bit when I'm trying to get out of the house, and then this woman goes, get a girlfriend, get a girlfriend! Get a girlfriend, man! Or they'll be like, he's stupid. It was funny, man. It was funny. It was good times, man. But, yeah, I was so... Like, then I just went back to set, so I just ignored... I didn't know it was a thing until I come back here.
Yeah, but I like the story. So Allison Williams, your co-star, that she gave you a bit of a complex on set.
She didn't. It was the makeup woman. Oh. She's cool, but it's talking about, like, the kissing, innit? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing the kissing scene. I don't know if you guys... I don't know, maybe it's... Like, when in England does this, yeah? It's in a kissing scene, and then just before it, they would give me, like...
A mint.
A mint.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, like, why are you giving me...
I didn't know. I had my co-actor suddenly, just before a scene like that, came up and gave a mint, and I didn't know if I was going to take it as a nice thing to do, or is it just like, oh my God, he thinks my breath is horrendous.
Yeah.
I just want to have a little rinse.
I took it, I was like, oh yeah, cool, thanks. And then we did another take, she gave me another mint. I was like, I fixed it. Like, you gave me the first time, I fixed it. You're giving me again, have I got a problem? Like, have I got a chronic problem? And like, every take she gave me, I was like, what's... And then she didn't talk to me for the rest of the day, because I was like, why are you giving me mints? Like... But, yeah.
So in England, we don't do that?
No, it was just...
Really?
Method.
No,
It is what it is.
Australia? Mints, no mints?
No, it was a thing that I discovered in America. I was like, wow, everyone is very considerate about
what's worse than mints is someone, I'm not going to name names because, but someone that I had to kiss insisted that before every kiss, either he or I had to put Neosporin on our lips.
What's that?
What's that?
Really?
We're in England.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like an ointment, an antibacterial ointment or something to heal. Like it's something you put on. Like people put it around their noses when they fly, so they don't get sick. It's not Vaseline. It's got. It's an antibiotic. It's like a
Vicks.
Oh, is it like hand sanitizer?
no. Just Google it. I don't know. Look it up. It's called Neosporin, and
And you have to put it
on the lips so you don't pass any germs or anything. It was really
Everyone's so germophobic in
creepy.
America.
Yeah, I guess
So
it's
definitely
just an
no
American
tongue then.
thing.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that one time. Apparently, it's bad etiquette to put your tongue in. I didn't know that. No, someone told me, I was just doing it because I thought we're keeping it real. Like, this is and then someone said, it's like, apparently, if you fancy them, you put your tongue in. Yeah. That's what someone told me, and I was like, like, sticking my tongue in.
I think someone told me early on, thankfully, like, don't stress about it, but no tongue. And I was like, oh, got it. I always say it to other people. I'm like, yeah, it's all cool, but, like, no tongue.
But why wouldn't someone tell you that?
Why wouldn't?
Well, yeah, like, someone should have told you that before you put the tongue in.
No, but this is like years later. This is like, I found it was like a random conversation. Someone said, you're not supposed to put your tongue in. I was like, what? Like, my life's a lie. Like...
No, actually, I have to say, and I think it's very good advice for actors, because you got kissing tips from a great Allison.
One of the greatest.
Yeah.
One of the greatest, Meryl Streep, I had to kiss in a movie called The Hours. And she was not happy with the way a certain scene was being lit. And we had to kiss, and she said, I'm going to do you a favor. You're going to thank me for it later. Can I demonstrate on you?
On me?
Yeah.
Of course you can. Yes, please. Oh. No tongues. Do you want a mint?
Oh, yeah. I need a mint. Or a pineapple. Okay. All right, where's the best camera angle?
There's loads of cameras. That one's probably... There we go. Look, there we go. Yeah, that's our camera right there.
Okay, so... You know, I have these nasal labial folds. They call them these here. And they look better when they're pulled back. So she came in to kiss me, and she went like this.
Ooh! I look fabulous. I look 15. Thank you so much.
So that's what she did for me, and it did. It actually, she pulled my face back and kissed me, and it's you can go watch the movie. It's very funny to see that.
I'll watch it again. And now I really want you to win the Oscar, because I kissed you. Right, it's time for music. Now, since leaving girl group Fifth Harmony, this woman's solo career has gone from strength to strength. Here performing one of the most popular songs of the year, Havana, it's Camila Cabello. Fantastic job! How great was that? Congratulations. That was so great. Come over and say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
This is Daniel, Alicia, Allison, Margot.
Thank you so much.
It's so wonderful.
Oh, my God, thank you so much.
That was so good.
Oh, my God, thank you. I love you.
Everyone loves that song.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we got very excited on the couch. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's hard not to stare at you.
You don't need that now.
I don't need that.
No,
okay, got it. I'm just so used to it.
Do a mic drop. Do a mic drop. There you go.
Is it good?
Yeah. So that's from the album Camila.
Ooh, thank you for... You say my name right.
Is that right?
A lot of British people tend to say it another way.
Okay, but let's not...
Camilla.
Oh.
But it's not.
No, it's Camila.
So I don't know why I had to give that example.
Camila Cabello. So the album is called Camila, which is out now. So here's the thing. I hear that you are a fan of British television, which seems very unlikely. But you come here and you like it. Oh.
Why are you booing?
All right, we all have to watch it. I understand that, but the woman likes it. Let her.
No, I really like the how they do the like ITV2 when they do the coming up next on ITV2. I love. They're just like very excited about what's coming up next. So
You just watch that bit?
yeah, I mean that's
The shows, just the...
no, just that, and then I go to the next channel, and then I wait for it to come around again. Yeah, but that's my favorite thing about British television, I think.
Well, thank you for that ringing endorsement. That was the Graham Norton Show. I love that bit. So tell me this, you're doing your first solo tour.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's my first time doing a tour by myself, and I feel like that's the best, you know, manifestation of songs.
Where are you going on your tour?
I'm coming here in June, which is really
You're
exciting.
kicking off in Glasgow, I believe.
Yeah.
In at the deep end.
I know. I'm excited. And I feel like by the end of it, I'll have a good British accent, I think.
Well, already you're coming up on ITV2 is very good.
It's good, right?
Yeah, that's excellent.
You want to hear it again?
Go on then, yeah.
Okay. Will Camila do the ITV2 accent again? We'll find out. Coming up next from ITV2.
Very good. Excellent. Well, listen, thank you so much for that great performance, and good luck with the tour.
Thank you so much.
Camila?
Yes.
I don't want to get it wrong now, after being so good.
No, you're killing it.
Camila Cabello.
Thank you so much for
Hey,
having me.
no, I did it.
Nice to meet you guys.
That is nearly it for tonight. Before we go, we've got time for a quick visit to the big red chair. Who's there? Hello, sir. What's your name?
I'm Steve.
Steve, lovely. And where are you from, Steve?
From Surrey.
What do you do in Surrey?
I own a cafe.
You own a cafe. Lovely. Do you want to tell us what it's called?
Ocken Bites in Cobham.
OK, see, that's marketing right there. See? I mean, we'll cut that out, but it was a nice thing for me to do, wasn't it? You know, for a minute there, he thought I was going to be on BBC One, but it's not. OK, off you go with the story, sir.
OK, many years ago, my father immigrated to the south of France with his family and his pet parrot, Jasper. They stayed for about 5 years and then decided to come back to the UK. But my dad couldn't be bothered with all the pet passport things, so he smuggled Jasper back in his car, in the boot of his car. About 5 months down the line, the parrot got very ill. My dad had to take him to the vet. And one of the questions to the vet was, has Jasper ever been out of the UK? And my dad said, no, not at all. Anyway, the parrot had to stay overnight. And in the morning, my dad got a phone call saying, everything's fine, you can come and collect Jasper. So my dad went to collect the parrot, and after he paid for everything, the vet said, are you sure Jasper's never been out of the UK? My dad said, yes, why? He said, because I came down this morning, he said, bonjour.
That's not true. That's not true. That didn't happen. Can we squeeze in another one? OK, squeeze in one more. Here we go. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Who are you?
I'm Laura.
Laura, lovely. And where are you from, Laura?
I'm from North Wales, but I live in London.
Oh, right. What do you do?
I'm an outreach worker.
An outreach worker. OK. Off you go with the story.
When I was young, I used to sweat a lot, just under my arms. So I used to wear panty liners to cover it up, which I think is a great idea. Should have gone a Dragon's Den with it.
Very smart, very smart.
But as I was walking into this bar one night, I saw an ex across the room who I had dumped, and he was there with a new girlfriend, and I walked up to him thinking, oh, I best be polite, be the bigger person. So I went up, was chatting away, but I started to get really nervous, using my arms a lot and was flapping around. And as I lifted my arms up and put them back down, the panty liners flew out of my arm, swung around in the middle and landed right in front of us, with the two of them just looking at them and looking at me and looking at them, and I just had to walk off.
Oh, should we let her walk? That's it, yeah. You can walk.
I really wanted to be flipped.
Oh, you want to be flipped? OK, here we go. There you go. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in that red chair, you can contact us via our website at this very address. That, sadly, is it for tonight. Please say thank you to all my guests. Camila Cabello. Daniel Kaluuya. Alicia Vikander. Allison Janney. And Margot Robbie. We are taking a short break, but we'll be back on your TVs in April. But do join me next week for a look back at some of the highlights from this series. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.